Sagittarius, welcome back to the channel. Welcome in. I hope everything is well with you, Sag. Hope everybody's doing all right out there in the streets. And we're going to see what's going on in these spiritual streets. All right? Sagittarius energy. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. All right? Sagittarius, we're going to start off with the Declare and Decree deck. See what possible blockages need to be removed for Sag. Sagittarius, happy holidays to you guys, to those of you who celebrate the holidays. All right, hope everybody's staying safe. Okay, only take what resonates with you, leave the rest. If this part is not for you, push forward. Okay, everybody's not spiritual, everybody's not religious, so you choose which side works best for you. Sagittarius, let's see what possible blockages need to be removed for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, yeah, tongue twisted. Tongue twisted. What's going on here? Sagittarius. Okay. What's really going on? Sag. And we have all childhood traumas and unhealed wounds are cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. All childhood traumas and unhealed wounds are cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. You want to write this down, Sagittarius, even if you are new here. Again, welcome in. This is spiritual. It is a matter of burning and releasing, okay, for those of you who may not know. So you want to write down whatever comes out on the card, okay? You want to set your intentions to release that negative energy of any childhood traumas, right? Unhealed wounds. How do you express that? By writing it down. When you write things down, you make it real. You bring it to life, right? And then you set your intentions to what? Release. And then you burn it. Yes, you set fire to it. You burn it. Fire destroys. And you watch that energy destroy. You imagine it being released because it's an energy of burning and releasing. So that's the energy that you're projecting. That I want to release this childhood trauma. I want to release these negative memories, these feelings, these emotions, these blockages, these setbacks. You want to release that, right? And unhealed wounds from whatever happened during that time of your childhood. And it's not easy to do. It's not always easy. It's easier said than done. So you want to write it down, set your intentions to release it. Give thanks to the Most High Mother and Father, your spiritual team, for helping you to release it. Okay, because yeah, we need help. It's not always help here in the Matrix, because everybody don't always understand what you're going through. That you may want to talk about with them, or what you may choose that you don't want nobody to know. Okay, however it fits for you. So you have to be connected with the Most High in order to receive that actual healing that you need. You need to be connected spiritually, and everybody is really connected. Okay, because we all made of spirit, soul, and body, but it's just that even though you could be connected spiritually, you're not exercising it, okay? Because there's different levels to being connected spiritually. You're not exercising it. You're not putting in any action, 333 on the timer. Therefore, you wouldn't be in alignment. You need to be in alignment. That's what the threes are about. Connection, alignment, mindset, focus, vision, right? So you want to set the intention to release. When you burn, yeah, you burn in the paper. The paper takes form and it turns into what? Ashes. That's a form of release. That's what this is about. This is spiritual. And it's necessary. It is a tool I will continue to use no matter what. And it works. But do you believe that it can work for you? Okay? Exercise your spiritual gift. Exercise your spirituality. Exercise your spirit. Exercise it, okay? And learn. It's good to learn about spirituality. It really is. Because spiritual warfare is real. And most people don't believe in it because they're really not tapped into it to even understand it. But that don't mean you wouldn't go through it or you wouldn't experience it. And when you do, you need to know what you're dealing with, right? So the next card you have here, Sagittarius, all sexual, physical, emotional, and spiritual card attachments to all past sexual partners, both consensual and non-consensual. and the Jezebel spirit attached to those encounters are destroyed in spirit and flesh. It is a lot. I will read it again. And again, if you are still here and this is something that doesn't resonate with you, why are you still here? If it don't resonate with you, is this not something you are into when it comes to burning and releasing or having a spiritual practice? Push forward. Somebody need to hear that because somebody's not listening. Push forward. But then again, you could be a little bit curious about it and uncertain, and so you need to learn something. Here it is. Again, because this is long, but it's important. All sexual, physical, emotional, and spiritual card attachments. Okay? To all past sexual partners, both consensual and non-consensual, and the Jezebel spirit. Some people know what that spirit is. A lot of people do not. 555 on the timers. Somebody here could be experiencing a lot of changes right now when it comes to spirituality. Okay? That Jezebel spirit, that is a spirit that lingers throughout generations. It is a very dark, low vibrational spirit, okay, of temptation, lies, trickery, sexual activity, okay, that is not for your highest good. And a lot of times, people can have that spirit attached to them. How do you know if you're not spiritually connected? How do you know that you're working out of that spirit, or you're allowing that spirit to be a part of your life, whether it's working through you or someone else you're connected to? That's why it's important to explore your spirituality. It's important to learn about your spirituality, your individual self, your spirit, your soul, your body. It's important because these two things are very important for someone. It may not be for everyone, but it is important for someone when it comes to childhood traumas, unhealed wounds, and then we have, of course, childhood pain that you go through, suffering. Some of you may have suffered from broken hearts as a child, right? And then there's attachments to people sexually, physically, emotionally, spiritually, that a lot of times we are not aware of. Because again, when it comes to the spirit, that is what you cannot see with the natural eye. It's spiritual. Okay, therefore, it's good to what? Be connected so that you can open up and receive what? Spiritual guidance, spiritual teaching, right? And when you do receive that, what it does, it opens you up. But you got to be willing to do the work. That's another thing about spirituality. A lot of people are not willing to do the work. So Sagittarius, whether you're new to the channel or not, I hope that this part is helpful for someone. You need to write this down. It's serious when it comes to this part of your life, because a lot of this is springing from childhood for someone. Okay, whoever that part is resonating with. All right. Sagittarius energy. See what we have for Sagittarius. Only take what resonates with you. Leave the rest. Energy is fluid. Time is fluid. Okay. Time is fluid when it comes to the spirit world. Time is definitely an illusion. And that's because when it comes to the spirit world, things happen in divine timing, not in our timing. Not in the time that man created in the Matrix. In divine timing. Okay? If it's something that does not make sense to you, it's not for you. Okay? If you can't relate in any kind of way, it's not for you. There may be some clarity or truth that needs to be looked at, addressed, acknowledged. Okay? Some truth that may need to be acknowledged here, Sagittarius energy. Let's see what we have for Sagittarius here. So Sag, you have the Four of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Whoa, is this a move? Is this move? Chariot energy? It feels like chariot energy to move. Some of you could literally be moving. And then you have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck with seek. Seeking, that's what we're talking about. Soul searching. Seeking. Spirituality here. Okay, also an energy of enjoying whatever you've created or whatever you have going right now at this very present moment. Stability is definitely on the board, no doubt. Four of Wands, collaboration, okay. Feeling stable, right? Feeling sure of yourself, stable right now, feeling really good about your stability, feeling grounded, of course, enjoying the fruits of your labor, okay. Move. This deck is kind of new for me, guys. I am using the Psychic Tarot for the heart, okay? And the spread is a little different. I'm using a 3-card spread, and I will be verifying the cards here with the Astro Matrix, okay? I'll be verifying with those cards, all right? Sagittarius, stability here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's soul searching going on here. Like you are, whoever this is resonating with, you're exploring you. This is about you right here. You are exploring your spirituality. You're finding some things out. You're soul searching. Something is being shown to you, exposed to you. It has a lot to do with your security, your self-confidence, okay? And of course, your time, your money, right? Then we have the Five of Pentacles here. I feel like, again, you're very stable in your energy. You feel secure within yourself. This is definitely about you, soul searching. You have Seek twice. You have the Hermit here, and you have the Hermit here. Seeking. So right now, that's what's going on in the energy. All right? Soul searching. But something may be shown to you right now that you may not quite be paying attention to, and someone could definitely be feeling left out when it comes to your energy. But there's something you're surrendering to as well with the Hanged Man, and it's something you're definitely seeing from a different perspective. You could have rejected someone, of course, or been in rejection mode, not communicating with a certain person, okay? Yeah, Three of Swords energy. Could have also separated from some people here. You're staying separate. Like you're keeping your energy more reserved. The energy is more reserved here. You got a King of Cups energy. There could be a water sign, a King of Cups water sign, that want you to see them differently. This is something they may want you to see. Someone in King of Cups energy, they want you to see them differently. Okay? Okay, but you're being real, I feel like you're being real careful right now. And anything that's not in alignment with you, you're pretty much just keeping it out of your energy. Anything that doesn't feel good to you, anything that doesn't feel right to you, anything that spells out hidden agenda, anything that spells out secrets, anyone moving weirdly, anyone moving, awkwardly in your energy, if you notice that or if you pay attention to that, doesn't matter what level of relationship it is, you're pulling back the energy from that. It's like you're making sure you exclude anything hidden from anyone, any secrets, any lies. You will stay separated. You don't have a problem staying in your own energy. It's a very reserved energy, which makes you feel very secure within yourself. Okay, and you're in this Nine of Pentacles energy as well. And someone could definitely be watching you in this energy. The very one that's been rejected. People could also feel rejected by you, and you may not have no idea they feel this way. Okay? But there's things being exposed to you spiritually. Someone here is tapping more into spirituality. even if you didn't consider yourself to be spiritual, you're still tapping into it, or you're becoming more interested in it with this Hermit Virgo energy. Someone feels left out of your energy as well. Someone you're definitely staying separated from, like not talking to them either. No talking. No talking. Someone know they also hurt you, and they would really, I feel like they want to express themselves to you because they see you going in another direction. And someone has been keeping feelings to themselves about how they truly feel towards you. Someone's been, and it could be a water sign or someone with heavy water in their chart. Okay, someone definitely could be watching you move on as well. Someone who you may have known to be very deceptive. Okay, yeah, 4 wands showing twice. Like they see you as someone who's very stable, who's even more stable than them. Now, there are other people that are watching too, Sagittarius, so take it how it resonates. You have more than one person. You have a few people watching, let's say that. It could be people that you've already like left out in the cold, and I mean you have separated from people for a reason, because they're not contributing to the new energy that you're in. They're not contributing to what you're interested in. Okay? You could be dealing with people who are more religious, family people. You got the 4 wands twice. That's 8 wands. So people are missing your presence, missing your conversation, missing your voice, missing you, wondering about you. You're in your own space right now, whoever this is resonating with. And you're rejecting people or ignoring people, or you're just not interested in being a part of any type of, I guess, functions, even family functions. Someone is, it's like you're cutting ties with a lot of people or energies or places. Things are changing drastically here. A shift has already happened. It's already happened. You separated from a lot of energies. It could be anything that had to do with drama, anything that had to do with lost time, anything that had to do with people that's just not, they're not vibing. You're not vibing with certain people. It could even be people in the workplace. You're no longer like in cahoots with them. Family members, certain ones, you probably have cut off. You're not talking to them as much. You're not communicating as much. You're pretty much in your own energy, and you feel very stable, balanced, and secure within that energy too. People see that you're more secure within yourself, more confident, willpower on 10, height. It's just that you've surrendered to some type of some level of spirituality. Has to do a lot with your confidence, the solar plexus. And you've definitely went in a whole nother direction. Some people that's noticing this, they're not really fond of that because they don't know what's going on with you. Even someone who had a hand in creating this 3 of Swords energy for you, they are feeling left out as well. If it is lovers, ex-friends, associates, whoever. It could be family members. It could be brother, sister, cousin. It doesn't matter. I almost want to say a few people that is definitely missing your energy. And someone, it's like they don't want you to move on without them or be victorious without them. But it's like you win out of any secrets, hidden agendas from old lovers, so-called friends, even family members. It's like you won, and you're very independent. Yeah, and people are not liking this. There's like people dealing with their own inner mental conflicts or something, because there's no communication much with you, Sagittarius. You're just doing your own thing, minding all of your business, right? And what you're doing is you're also dropping burdens. You're not letting people burden you with their mess, their junk, their drama, right? Yeah, because you are in a space where you're happy, you're victorious. Whoever this is resonating with, let's narrow this down. More than likely you're single, with the 9 of Pentacles being here, and people being like, they're literally being left out of your energy. You're doing this on purpose, though. You have a reason for doing this. Like I said, someone here is tapping into spirituality, or you're becoming more interested in it, and it's really taking you somewhere. Okay? And you're going to have people who's hanging on to your coattail. You're going to have people who don't want to release your energy. You're going to have people who's missing you, right? It's like a reminiscing also, like old lovers you may have left behind. People are reminiscing, remembering what was good, remembering how well you may have treated them, or how good you were to them, or what didn't work out, or what could have worked that should have worked but it didn't work. Okay, someone here could be a life path 7 or a life path 4. Your wish is granted. See, a lot of people watching you get what you want. So you may have I want to say Pisces, Scorpio energy, possibly Cancer too. There's a water sign energy, okay? You just an energy of people not wanting you to like leave, move on, go away, do your own thing, cut people off, not speak to them anymore. No conflict. You're not engaging in any negative energies with people. You're completely understanding what it is you need to do for yourself, and you're enjoying the fruits of your labor with the 9 of Pentacles. You're staying away from conflict. You want nothing to do with no one's drama. You don't want anything to do with he say, she say. You don't want anything to do with any baby daddy drama, baby mama drama. None of that. None of that. Because it's like you're in an energy of, if I have to create the 10 of Cups all by myself, I can do that. Because you're very stable and secure within your own energy. Again, to narrow this down, whoever this is for, you could very well be single at this time. People are missing your energy. They want to hold on to you. People are even afraid to approach you, who may even want to apologize, don't know how, don't know what to say. You've elevated. Instead of becoming a victim, you became the victor. You see what I'm saying? And people are like, how? How? You even had lovers that may have tried to hurt you purposely, may have tried to play games with you purposely, with this 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. People who only wanted to be in your energy to gain from you. Okay? And they did in the past. But they can't do that anymore, but now they're reminiscing about it. But it wasn't about just all of what they could get, but they really did enjoy your energy. Some people really did benefit from your energy. Okay? And you could have entertained people without even knowing it in relationship. In different types of relationships, different levels, okay? Regardless of who it is, or what level of relationship, at one point you may have entertained. And that is even something you're no longer doing. You have created boundaries. People don't like that. You're only choosing to deal with certain people, or choosing to deal with people at a certain time. They don't like that. They want to, like, I guess, dominate the energy. Kind of want you to rock to their music, and you're not doing it. You're moving forward. King of Wands energy showing up. The Magician, you see what I'm saying? A lot of people would love to come back and manipulate, but they cannot. Past is showing up too. They cannot manipulate you. People cannot play games with you anymore. And this may have been a problem for some people, low-key, but they'll never tell you that. Okay? So definitely you are transmuting energies. You are busy. You may not even realize you're doing this, but whoever's tapping into their spirituality is taking you somewhere. Transmuting. Alright? Making the best of a bad situation. You've done that. Making things work that didn't work. You've done that. Right? And now you're taking action to go to where you feel grounded. You feel more secure, solid in what you have going. Because to me, you're minding all your business here. Okay? You got folks from the past, again, they are reminiscing. They see that you just your own wish fulfillment. You're not waiting on anybody to validate. And you got a water sign that's watching you tough. You could also have a light fire sign watching you as well. Alright? Because why? You surrendered to a higher power, which starts with self-love, right? But it's also your higher self. with the Hermit showing up twice. Whatever you discovered or will discover, whatever downloads or spiritual connection that you have, you're also going to tap into spiritual gifts. This is what all the wands is about. It's like you're taking a 10 of wands energy of burdens, and you're just switching it all up, and you alchemizing that energy, and you shaping it into some type of a fireball of victory for yourself. You're doing it for yourself. You're not depending on nobody to do it for you. You're not looking to anybody. You could have, in the past, in your childhood, you could have been someone at one point, you loved to get attention from others, or you did little things to get attention, or you thought you had to be a certain way to get the attention, or look a certain way, or speak a certain way, okay? But you may have also, in the past, you may have played games yourself, okay, Sag. It may have been, because see, you end up attracting what it is you carry. And a lot of times these things happen in life and with different relationships, and you end up meeting the wrong people, having children with the wrong people. It's all about life lessons, okay? It's nothing that's happening by accident, mistake, and all that. You can throw all that out the window. Things happen for a reason. We're supposed to be learning, okay? And this is the thing that you're also learning. You're learning to take the energies and make the best of it. You're learning to take a bad situation and make the best situation possible, including changing how you see things, Hangman, including changing how, you allow your mindset to settle. You don't have a lack mentality, not anymore. You don't have a woe is me mentality, not anymore. We're not doing the childish games and playing the victim just to get the attention of someone so we could have all this drama going on, right? That could have been something that you engaged in when you were younger, but you've grown now. There's a lot of stability in your life because you've created that for yourself. And there's a lot more that you're going to create. Victory is yours. So you got people watching to see what's going on because they don't know. And then a lot of them are only left to assume. And boy, are they assuming. But they'll never tell you that. But they wonder what's going on with you. What's going on in your life? What's your next step? What's the next thing you're going to do? What's the next bit? And you're not sharing. You're not sharing that. Because a lot of things you can see. What you couldn't see before, you're allowing yourself to see now. You allow the light to come on. Right, you allow the truth to be told, or let the truth, speak for itself. This is past energy, so there could very well be someone, like I said, with the King of Cups energy being here. Someone is trying to come back in 27 on the timer to see their success and growth. Someone is watching you be very successful here. Okay, very successful, and so things could be happening really fast, Sagittarius, when it comes to communication with this person, because I feel like someone wants to communicate with you. They may even want to speak a truth to you, okay? They know that you're minding all your business. There it is, I told you. They may want to speak a truth to you. See, even though it's the Five of Swords twice, and we know the Five of Swords energy is not a good energy. It's an energy of manipulation and envy and all that stuff. Somebody just wanting to get what they can get out of you and move on to the next person. That's Five of Swords twice. That's 10 swords. So whoever coming back towards you, or whoever you be separated from, is because of betrayal, lies, manipulation, right? You're not tolerating that. You're not making room for that. Yeah, devil energy. See, someone wanted to master you, but you ended up being that master to yourself. But someone wanted to master your energy, dominate your energy, be in control of you. And it could very well just been a dominating type of spirit, because you share spirit with people, okay? The spiritual world, I would compare it to water, right? Because when water travels, water can get into anything, all the cracks and everywhere, right? Think about it, water. Once water starts traveling, you can't stop it. There's nothing you can do with it, but let it do what it's going to do, okay? And so I would compare that, okay, to water when it comes to the spirit world. Because spiritually, spirits are transferred, right? Spirits are trapped. Spirits are roaming free. They jump from body to body because they need a body to operate, okay? And that's how water is. Water just travels. It seeps into any and everything. So when it comes to spirituality, a lot of times it's spiritual warfare that you could be dealing with unknowingly, And it has to do a lot of times with spirits that want to control you, master you as an individual, as in using you in a very low vibrational way. Okay? And someone could be low-key obsessed with you as well, whoever this water sign is. Somebody is like really seeing love with you. It doesn't necessarily have to be a water sign. It could be somebody that just has heavy water in their chart. So take it how it resonates for you. But I feel like you're just putting in a lot of action, Sagittarius energy with this King of Wands, and you're continuing to move forward and grow. And you're realizing that a lot of the transmuting that you're doing is necessary, and you're even learning even more how to transmute energy to make the best of whatever situation you're dealing with, which is what you're supposed to do. See, you could have, like I said, played victim and continued on in a victim mentality and go hurt other people the way you've been hurt. But instead, you decided to heal. Instead, you decide to look within. Instead, you decide to search yourself. Let me find out what's going on with me. Why is this constantly happening? Why am I constantly attracting this, that, or that kind of person, or this kind of person, or people who only want to come into my energy to use, abuse, right? Not be serious, play games, manipulate. And what do? You did the right thing for whoever this is resonating with, this particular spread. If you were watching this will be for you. You have done something totally outside the box as far as someone's concerned. Whoever's watching you, and like I said, it's multiple people, because you're not communicating with everybody anymore. Whoever this is with, you're more reserved with your energy, and it's a reason for that. Okay? It's a reason why you are shut off when it comes to certain people. Whatever you are finding out about yourself is taking you to another level. The elevation is real. Okay? And you're just moving farther and farther away from people, because it's like this is what you should do. Not be burdened down by things you cannot control, people that you cannot control, people who don't know how to respect you or won't respect you, people who don't take you seriously, people who may take you for granted, people who may think it's okay to try to dominate you, walk all over you, use you, whatever people are thinking they can do because of your naivety. There's a naivety about you, Sagittarius, okay? And it's just a childlike energy that a lot of people think they can run all over. Well, until they find out they run into an actual master. You can take on this energy if you know how to alchemize the energy in a positive way, because you're taking the negative and making it positive. This is something you could very well be learning to do if you're tapping into spirituality. Learning how to alchemize the energy even more, even better, even quicker, in a more beneficial way. However that works for you. Someone just wanted to win. You knew that. Someone was low-key envious and jealous of you. You knew that. That's why you have been in this Three of Swords energy, because you've been separating yourself. All the hurt and the pain that you have suffered, that you have endured, you have also taken the time to heal yourself. That's why a lot of you have become single. Why? You came out of some type of commitment that did not work. You may have tried to force it to work in many more ways than one, but it did not. For a lot of you, you have tried multiple times, over and over and over. Some of you, you've been married more than once, trying to build that family and have this, have that, right? But attracting the wrong people. People that's in the wrong energy. And it was only because it was something about you that you needed to heal, or it needs to be healed, right? If you're not experiencing this single energy yet, and you've come out of some type of so-called stable relationship, a long-term commitment, this may be something that you may start to go through in your ascension stages, okay? You'll start to go through that, all right? As you ascend. And this is a learning stage for someone. This is like discovery for yourself, your soul, your spirit, you know? It's like a soul food for your spirit, or something. Yeah, like a soul food. Being in hermit mode, learning, exploring, you know, and learning how to apply it to your spiritual life, even to your 3D life. It'll help. Spirituality will help you on every level. It's how I feel. It will help you on every level. Okay. Yeah, so it's like you could definitely be seeking the truth. seeking and keeping a lot of things to yourself as well. Like, you're not telling people what you're doing next. You're not giving people information. You're not sharing all your ideas. You're not really conversating with people like that. You may even feel like at this time, Sagittarius, you really can't even trust people. You may feel that way, like you can't trust. Yeah, because I feel like you're very peaceful where you are right now for whoever this is resonating with. You become single for a reason. This is in the present, current moment. Nine of Pentacles energy. Hermit energy. Magician energy. Absolutely. Where you're taking, you have taken a bad situation and you've made the best out of it. And how many times have you done that? Ask yourself. That's something else you're probably reflecting on. How many times have you become the bigger person or had to become the bigger person? How many times have you had to make the best out of a bad situation? How many times? Yeah, discipline. Absolutely. Discipline. Yeah. I like that, Sagittarius. Right. Focus, structure, mastery. That's what the bottom of this card say. Even though this represents the devil card, 15, that breaks down to a 6, devil energy. But devil energy doesn't always mean low vibration. It could just mean sometimes obsession. But it can also mean that these are the energies that you've left behind. This is what you've left behind. This is what you have surrendered to, leaving it all behind. Right? Even past people who you've had these connections with. Spirits are real. Leaving it all behind. Being disciplined. Practice discipline in your actions. Consistency leads to mastery. That's what it says at the bottom here. But you may have had people in your energy, Sagittarius, who wanted to dominate and master you. Okay? And I don't think you was having it. Yeah, growth. We mentioned that earlier with the 8 of Wands out here. There's a communication that may be coming towards you. It could be someone, like I said, who wants to speak a truth to you. You may need to reconsider. Maybe. Not saying that you should. That is totally up to you. We have free will here. I'm only here to give you the messages. Don't shoot the messenger, but I'm only here to give you the messages. What you do with the information will be totally up to you. You have grown. No more stagnation. No more resistance. You have grown. If something is not working for you, you cut it off. You let it go. You release it. And that's what you're supposed to be doing. Alchemizing the energy. Transmuting the energy. Making the best of it. Right? Doing what's right. Doing what's beneficial. Doing what's in high vibration. What's for your highest good. Right? And someone you could have been dealing with was probably having fear of change. But I feel like they don't feel that way anymore. Someone is seeing things from a different perspective as well. And I feel like they may have tried to discipline themselves or get better for themselves because they could be very well watching you and how you're elevating. And they could very well be trying to follow your lead here. So please consider that. Embrace personal growth. Every experience is a lesson. That's what we just said. Cards always fall right in line. I just said that. Life is to be experienced. The experiences is the lessons. And you take those lessons and you apply it to your life. What does it bring? It brings growth. It brings enlightenment. It brings truth. It brings discipline. But are you willing to do the work? Some people weren't willing to do the work. That's why they can't go with you. That's why you're not in a relationship anymore with them. That's why you're not with the baby daddy. That's why you're not with the baby's mother. That's why you're not with the ex-wife or the ex-husband anymore. That's why you don't go around the family house anymore. That's why you don't go to the grandparents' house anymore. That's why you don't go to your parents' house anymore. Why? Because people are not in alignment with where you are. And a lot of people don't understand where you are. And some people, they purposely misunderstand where you are. But they don't understand it, and a lot of time when people don't understand it, they shy away from what they don't understand. They demonize what they don't understand. They badmouth what they don't understand. They slander what they don't understand. Not realizing we all are spiritual. All of us are connected. It's just at what level are you willing to work on to elevate? Okay? That's how that goes. And everything matters when it comes to your peace. Okay? Finding a peace and tranquility, balance is key. All right. And I feel like that's where you are, but there could be, like, to me, it might be like a disruption, can I say? Maybe, because there, you could have people like really, really coming after you. And I don't mean in a negative way. I mean like they're coming after you like everybody's coming out of the woodworks. Everybody want to see what's going on in your world. This person want to talk. This person want to conversate. This person want to start messaging you. This person wants you to come out and have a coffee with them. This person want to offer you to go to the movies. Here's all the other invitations over here, invitations over there. Everybody's is after that energy. That childlike, victorious, spotlight, successful energy. Okay? Past energy is here very heavy and it's coming in for somebody, but you are constantly on the move. People are, if you think and wondering if they're envious of you, yes. Some people are wondering how in the hell did you end up healing on your own. What they don't realize is that you've been tapping in. You've been soul searching. You've been seeking a higher power. And that higher power is connecting back with you and communicating back with you. Okay? You could be seeing synchronicities of 4s, 8s, 9s, 7s, and you could very well be a life path 9, a life path 4, or a life path 7. Okay? So don't expect people to be on board with you, and you more likely you probably don't, and you're not worried about it. They're not going to be on board with you about everything because they don't understand everything. Yeah, because you're on the way to prosperity. See, because the thing about spirituality is that we're all spiritual, right? And therefore, we all have gifts. You got to tap into those gifts. When you start tapping into those gifts, it's like a child at Disney World. But you wouldn't know that unless you connect and tap in. Prosperity is yours. Okay? Embrace prosperity and abundance. Wealth is your birthright. And there's someone who's starting to learn about this on a spiritual level. Okay? No more poverty, no more lack, no more greed. See, no more. This is what someone could be feeling right now. They could be feeling lack, poverty, loss, okay, left behind by you. And you may not even realize people feel this way concerning you because you're just minding your business, you're doing your own thing. And you're just making sure that this is not your mindset. You're making sure that this is not what you're settling for. You're not going to settle for no 5 of Pentacles energy. You don't see yourself in lack. That's not what you see. You're focused on something totally new. 42 on the timer. You're focusing on something totally new. And some of you are actually moving. Some of you could be moving and you don't even know that it's coming. You may not even know that you're going to end up moving. Okay? Sagittarius, I hope the messages were clear for you and I hope it brought clarity. I hope it was helpful. There's someone trying to come back. It doesn't necessarily have to be a water sign, but they do have a lot of emotions that they may want to express. But your time is important and valuable, and so are you and your money, whatever you possess. So use your intuition when it comes to this. There may be very well something from the past that may need to be looked at. Hangman, you may need to see something from a different perspective, especially whoever this may resonate with. It's not going to resonate with everyone, especially if you came in contact with an individual some time ago, some years ago maybe, and you and that individual may have been on 2 different levels of life, 2 different frequencies to some extent, right? But they may have been in a bad place. You could possibly have been, but things between you may have been real heated, intense, passionate, but never got off the ground. Okay? For someone, there may be someone that was on that level with you who never could give you what you really wanted. Okay? Knew what you wanted, and very well may have even knew that you were worth it, but weren't able to provide it, weren't able to give it to you because they were involved in dealing with other people or third parties or whatever, and they may not have been honest about it all the way through, may have told you some things they may have thought you wanted to hear at the time in order to pacify the situation, and to prolong it, make it last, or whatever, so they can keep you around. But this particular person, if you have separated from this particular person, that person has suffered what they made you suffer. That person has went through the same drama, heartbreak, manipulation, gaslighting that they put you through. And that person and you may have taken two different paths to healing. You more than likely has done the work, Sagittarius. And this person that could be possibly coming back from the past, all you have to do is pay attention to see if this person has done the work. It's not hard to pick up on energy. It's not hard to pay attention and observe body language, conversation, and a person's spirit. Okay? Where you can tell if that person has done the work, as you have done the work, to change, to become better, to do right, to pack fair. Right? I don't see any apologies out here. Okay? But at the same time, someone could very well be trying to inch their way into your energy so they can try to apologize. Y'all be careful in these spiritual streets. You're going to know if you are tapped into your spirituality and you are exercising your spirituality at this time currently, you're going to know who's real and who's not. Intuitively, you're going to feel it. Energetically, you're going to feel it. Because spirit is going to allow you to feel it, see it, hear it, understand it. Okay? And alchemize it too. You're not going to miss it. But you must be observant to it and place the necessary boundaries, okay? Because there are folks who want to come back and they want to talk, I don't know, explain, I don't know, make peace, make amends. There's people who want to come back. Only you would know who these people are in your life, but there are also people of your past who are missing you, your energy, your time, your voice, your conversation, your love, your whatever it is about you, people are missing that about you. Okay? And it is something about whoever is someone who has healed as you have. And they could be coming forward to express this. But again, that will be totally up to you if you decide to hear this person out or talk to this person, however that goes. There could be spiritual work when it comes to this person, to where they had to go off and learn their lessons just as you had to go off and learn yours, only for y'all to end up coming back together. Again, 4747 on the timer, that's 1111. 1111 is out here. 4 of Wands is out here twice. Home life, family life, stability, collaboration, communication, love, authenticity. You understand? Kindred spirit, meeting of the spirits, meeting of the eye, understanding, spiritually, energetically, understanding one another. You're going to know who this person is and if they're real or not. And you shall decide then. Okay? You're going to know. So Sagittarius, until next time, I hope that the messages were clear and I hope that the messages were helpful. Until next time, guys, take care.